Yeah, Frank Smith, obviously, congratulations on yet another successful show. You spoke about Giorgio Visioli for being, one of, many, world title wins and being a future star. How important has his performance been tonight in sort of building on that, and how important is it to build a fighter of that talent?
100% is it, but also it's about entertainment. It goes back to the same point, and that was an entertaining performance where he kept on coming forward. Even in the 10th round where he was very clearly up on the scorecards, he didn't stop coming forward. He didn't stop going for it. While Joe Howard was looking for those big shots. So that's what it's all about. To build to the levels we believe he can get to, you need those kind of fights, and you need performances that people are intrigued by, and that's what it was.
And obviously you've seen some other great performances as well. Thierry as well, she put on a good performance, and Layla as well. 11-0 middleweight as well. How important is it for him to sort of build his sort of profile as well? Him being middleweight as well. He's sort of spoken to me that his aspirations to get a title. What's his sort of future plans for him?
Yeah, keep them all active. Like I say, these young fighters. I think Laylee's 20 years old. But because he's been around so long, like you look at all of the young fighters we've got, it's about activity, about building them in the right way, the right tests at the right time. Laylee's last fight, he had the Maltese Derby in his fight previously as well. These are the fights that they got. If they're going to progress to the levels we believe they can get to, they're the kind of fights they need. But another good win from Laylee, a great card. He's very exciting, and a great 10 fights top to bottom.
And obviously, I want to ask a few more questions as well. In terms of building,
You say obviously I'm going to ask a few more questions as well. You're going to say so, yeah.
A few more questions from me, really. I love the humour, by the way.
Someone's got to have it,
You can make a great stand-up. I tell you, great.
No, I can't. I can respond to things. I can't do.
Oh, you can't be like Eddie though. To be fair, I would watch you happily at the Hammersmith Apollo.
Buy tickets. We'll see how much we sell. You want to promote it?
I would love to.
Get you on board.
But obviously, a few more questions for me, really. In terms of shows like this, how important is having shows like this in terms of building the next generation of stars? Obviously, you speak a lot about your core and how much that's done for young fighters like Anthony Joshua. But to go like this, would you expect more shows like this to build up fighters in the near future?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. These are the kind of shows we want to do more of. It's a big investment for us to put on these nights, but that's what we want to do to get the fighters to that next level. And so they're prepared. When Visioli then steps up to those bigger cards, he's prepared. He's headlined. He's been in big fights. He's had the profile building and the fights that he needed to. So for sure, that's our job. That's our job to keep delivering these kind of shows for all the young fighters. As I say, we've got another 10 fighters out tonight. We've got a show on Friday, for a show on Saturday, show next Saturday. It never stops. But yeah, that's what we've got to do.
And one last question from me, really. I won't keep everybody too long. In Africa, you've got a show in Africa in Ghana. You've obviously got another show in that same weekend in Nigeria as well. Obviously, you're starting to see, African boxing come into prominence as well. And as someone who's of a Congolese descent as well, you've got Martin Bakone in the heavyweight division as well. Is there what is the one country in Africa that you guys would love to sort of promote in, whether it be Ghana or Nigeria, or that you'd love to promote that you haven't promoted yet?
Saturday night in Ghana. I can't say anywhere else either. I get in trouble, no. No, but it's going to be. I saw the night they had at their first few shows at the Book and Boxing Arena. This is going to be 20,000 people in there on Saturday. So for us, that's what we want to do. We want to create nights that people will remember forever. And that's why originally we went there talking about AJ in the big stadium, in the Accra Sports Stadium. For us, that's our job, is to deliver nights that go down in history. So definitely Ghana, and then beyond that, anywhere as possible. We've had discussions in Nigeria as well. As you say, they've got a show on Sunday. So in 2026, that could be possible for us too. But yeah, there's no limit to where we're going to go to. My aim by the time I stop is to go to every country we can in the world.
You should go to Congo. People will treat you well. People treat you well. Trust me. Go Congo. Go Congo, Kinshasa.
We can promote it together.
That'd be brilliant. Thank you.